This is demo 2 of our internship program. So in this demo 2 we are learning about how agile methodology used in our any project implementation. So for that, first of all, for any work we have to do, if any there is a gap, there is a communication between the client and project manager or organizer, and one of we are working as an employee in that. So if any client gives us like as a perform hundreds of feature in our projects, so we cannot agile methodology helps in to break down our complete whole work or entire project into the small parts of frames. Like we have to create the sprint, so it will be help us to first of all complete some of the features, like as here in 2 weeks we can complete the 3 features, and then we can show our projects to the client. Then again we can give the time limit like as a 4 features, or as according to our employees and their working we can fix that. So like as a interval of the demos we can give to the client, so we can get to know as per the client or end user our system is developed or not. So basically this is happen in the form of the sprints. So as our requirements time required to us, we can use 1 week, 2 week or 3 week or 4 weeks of the sprint in that, and we can show as much amount we have completed in one sprint. We can show it to our client. If it is okay, then we can move proceed, or if any changes required, then we can come back and do that changes and again show to the client. So it should be going step by step and increasing and developing our coding skills. Then basically we are learning about the agile methodology, how agile will be help us to do our work in a efficient or proper manner. So here is one project owner who will be taking the requirements from the customers or inputs from the clients. We as a team cannot directly talk with the client. Here is a product owner who can talk with the clients or end user, take the requirement from that, arrange it into the product backlog. As if there is a product owner take 10 requirements, but as a end user said these 4 are urgently we are required, so project owner can segregate those works into the like as a sub type, and then they will be arranged that work as a what work will be the immediate, what work will be the medium, and what will be the normal work. According to that they will be segregate work and assign some parts to them. Then third will be the then it will be come to the teams. So teams what they like as a developer team, they will be develop the that task or the user story or the defects in a sprint manner, like planning how many days we require to complete this, its time, its complexity, and the knowledge we require to update there. Then again our task will be break down into the many parts, like as a sprint, from we can take a sprint as per our work completion, like as a 1 week or 2 weeks, and according to that daily will be the after the sprint ended, according to that the daily stand up meeting will be happen. So now how much work will be completed, and it should be reviewed to the project manager. At the last we are seeing here also the project manager means he will see the work as per the client's requirement, our work is done or not, and then if it okay, it likes that our work will be finished, he will be given to the like as the end user. So basically the agile methodology is a communication between the employee, client, and company. It gives the time box to iterate our project and a software where we can break down our entire projects into the small frameworks. So there are the many tools available, like as a scrum will be there, we can say the scrum meeting we have known, kanban, Scrum, and there is a implementation of where we can implement our agile methodology. So it provides we can provide the all details about our project in a Scrum. So our what will be the team can do, team will be understand the requirement, and as per the requirement it will be start developing the project. Then there is another role in our organization like as a Scrum Master, who will be ensuring that all role should be given to the team or the developer should be working fine or not, and as according the work should be divided into the members. So like as a Scrum Master will be the like as a senior member who have the experience of like as a team leading, how our projects will be done on particular time in a sprint, so it should be given to them, and they will be checking our end-to-end working from taking from the client what we give taken, and as according to developed by the developer or not, tested by QA or not, and at the end what we are giving, that all complete process should be monitored by the Scrum Master or tech lead. For tracking our project tools, here we are using the Jira, one of the agile methodology, to create any user story or the task which we can be assigned to the developers. So here Jira Tool we can assign them. In the Jira we can use how we can assign the task to the employees by with the help of tickets, defect, or the user story. So we can assign to the user. So if we take any example, if in our e-commerce website any user wanted to create a strip for on cart page, so he wanted to make the payment, then according there is a one story point like that, how much time it requires, how much complexity of the work, how risk factor should be occurred, or it should be like as any employee going to the in next week they wanted to take a leave, so that time also combinedly we can take, and according to that we can give our work or a user story like as a story point, like as a if one gives for this example to create a strip on cart page, so time required to as per the developer, first of all it should be given any requirement gathered by project owner, it should be given to the developer like as in an explanation format while creating our story, like we wanted to this button or strip on cart page, so how much time you require to develop that, like as using front end and in Java, like as a 3 days he says front end should be required to 2 days should be required to complete in front end, and 2 days required to complete the Java code, so there is a 4 days required from the like as a from developer. Then complexity, then he said there is a complexity if we another applied any another options of in cart page, so he says there is some complexity, so we can take backup of complexity also 1 day of complexity. The risk factor means like as from these functions who are developing this, if any developer are on leave, so that also we can consider 0.5 days should be the risk factor, so we can add 5.5, so we can add time, complexity and risk. Here we get 5.5, but nearly we can say about our story point should be the 6. So story point basically the Fibonacci series work, so 1 and second plus and it goes and 4 and 4 are on sequence, so here our story point scores will be the 6, so according to that we can work. And our Jira we knows that it provides us the status also, like as our user story is in now, first of all our every user story in to do, then it goes to the under development means in progress, when it should be done by developer it should be in committed, and after that QA will be testing, So we can use send for testing to them. Then again from send for testing from QA, it should be done by QA as a done. So there is a like as a to do in progress committed from developer, send for testing to QA, and QA should done our process or user story. So there is a basically 5 steps in that for connecting with the any user story or any work to control our task. So next one is the version control. Version control system basically used in a Git, like as if any user here we can store our data, like as also cloud provides us. It is essential when there is a multiple team members work on a code to need to be managed, and it should not be override. If any user writes the code, it should be committed by him, and another user don't know about that task or the user story, and he also done some changes and committed. At the time if both codes are overrides, then it should be create the conflicts between them. So for that also we can use cloud provider like as a Bitbucket or GitHub. Here we can configure our code, like as anyone, if our code is crashes or mistakenly deleted from by our developer, it should be revert back to our previous work and taken from the cloud, and our work should be proceed. So no more delays or any issues occurred in our code. So now we are doing about the Jira, how Jira should be work. So here I have login, and we get to know there is a create issue like button. If we create on that, already I have practiced one work done need to be done as a one Scrum 4. It should be the defect name also, like as user story name or the number user story or the defect number should user wanted to give project owner. And then here we can write if we wanted like as payment method done, payment form we can write payment form should be done by the payment form should be done. This is basically the heading or the label that we give. So we can add this. We had it. Basically startingly it is in a to do mode, to do process. It is currently in a sprint 1. According to our requirement, we can give the duration like it is a 1 week or 2 weeks. Then another is the start or end date. So this is also we can give according to our requirement, and we can start this. Like as we are getting our sprint is started, and it should be created the sprint of 1 week. So if we goes in our work, we get to know this is our work, it should be need to be done. And if we here we can see that there is a label whom to assign, and also teams, how many members are there, labels to be assigned that should be occurred, and this is by way we can create this, and we add in which project this will be assigned. Issue type, it should be the like as which work should be the done, like as a payment form method, and that should be the done. We can write here. like as we can assign this story, bug, or I should assign task. Task means it is a subtask. Like as a main we have this my work scrum project. In that we have created some task, and inside that it will be taking too much time to load. So basically we can create like this. That's all about the like here we can get the status, summary, labels, and its team members, and we can on create it should be created. Like the work need to be done on Java payment form. Sprint also we have only one sprint shown here, so here you can see paste here. Here you can see the issues of ours. So here we can assign the task. Now in the next we can learn about how our project should be done with, but this is about the Jira and how it will be working. That's all. It's taking too much time to load now. It is loading but taking too much time. You see, work need to be done on Java payment form. Here we can add labels and all that. In that we can add a child issue, means payment Java payment form. If we wanted to add only one label, so we can write change payment label LE as per attachment file. So here we can also add the files also. So we have created one. Then again we can say HTML code should be need to be updated if any required. Again we can create it for like user email validation should be done properly through Java coding. This is also one sub in that. Then again we can write data should be properly checked after user enters data. Directly you can write data validation should be done. So we have created according to this all are the like as a 3 to 4. These all are the our like as a child. If you wanted to shift one child, should if our end user said this data should be validated should be first, so we can add data validation should be do first in to do or whom to assign. If we automatically it should be assigned to me, I think. Like I added here also we can first add. And we can also view our workflow like as it is now in progress or where. So should be taking time to load. like this is our workflow. It should be currently in start. If you started, it should be created in a to do, then it should be going to in progress, and then it should be the done. So this all. So here, as we learn in the theoretical, here we can get the story point estimation. As our calculation, our story point estimation 5.5 means nearly equals to 6 we are getting. Our team, in a team, currently this is my own account, so I think no team will be get labels about the form updation. Reporter to me only into do, then we can search here also, then we can create. If we have done create, then which project it should be created. It's taking too much time. It is a story, means user story. Current it is in progress, we can say. Summary, nothing I wanted to attach. There is also attachment file. From here we can attach, like as per client data we can change these labels. Once we get on create, it should be created in our main project. From here we get to know to view our issues. So by this way we can track our issues, like in progress also there. If wanted to add anything, description or here in progress what will be done, in done, and all that. And this is also process of creating the any defect, user story or task or ticket to the developer. So from this way we can develop. So this is all about the Jira and agile functionality, which will be we cannot have to like maintain, or any person should be maintain all these users activity. Directly the agile or the Jira software, which helps us like us tracking the where should be the, it should be track the performance of the end developers, like as it should be how the developer is working on that, how many days it requires, and from this we can check its performance of the employees. So for that we are using here agile Jira tool.